Hi friends. So I wanted to jump on and talk about the serving sizes of the new dietary guidelines that came out earlier this year. You might have seen the inverted pyramid that has the meat towards the top and it has beans and nuts and seeds down at the bottom. But take a look at those jumbo serving sizes, or what looks like the graphics of the jumbo serving sizes. An entire tremendous steak, an entire chicken. When you look at the guidelines, the first guideline says eat the right amount for you, and that's a great suggestion. And it then goes on to say to pay attention to portion sizes, especially those that are high in calories. Another excellent suggestion, because we know that when you eat large portions of foods high in calories, you're more likely to gain weight more easily. And if you eat a big portion, you're going to be eating more calories of that food. Then I took a look at the actual serving sizes, and I want to hone in specifically on the protein serving size. Protein has gotten so much attention, but it makes no sense. So the serving size is 3 ounces of meat, chicken, fish. That would be about 21 to 25 grams of protein. And it's a reasonable amount to eat at a time, but it doesn't compare in protein to the other serving sizes. And again, a serving size is not a recommended amount of food. What it really is really just to show you, you eat this or you eat this, and it's somewhat equivalent in this case, in protein to the other food. So 1 egg, 7 grams of protein, half a cup of pulses, lentils, legumes, chickpeas, that would be about 7 to 9 grams of protein. 3 ounces of tofu, also somewhere 7 to 9 grams of protein. So I see a theme here that the protein in the recommendation for protein in the animal sources of meat is so much higher than the other ones. Again, you can eat 3 ounces of beef at a time. In fact, most people are not going to eat less, since that looks like your palm or a deck of cards. If you've got a bigger palm, you could eat more. But the comparison to the equivalent of the beans and even the nuts, which is about 6-7 grams, makes no sense. The previous My Plate guidelines was 1 ounce of meat. Again, no one is telling you to eat 1 ounce of meat that looks like a matchbox, but it's just showing you the equivalent and a comparison of protein. So I wanted to chime on, and it's no surprise that the quote nutritionists that were involved in this set of dietary guidelines, most of them have ties to the beef industry. Surprise, surprise. How much do you eat at a time when it comes to beans, when it comes to meat, when it comes to nuts? Have a great day. I'm Dr. Lisa Young, nutritionist and author.